A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through one. And Serge Ibaka, becoming known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence his teammates and his coach instilled in him.
He trusts you. Every time he punches the ball, when you don't shoot, he's screaming you, shoot ball. Then next time what? You will shoot. And if you miss, you say, yeah, good shot. You know, and your coaches in the practice talking to your teammates. Man, when Serge is open, give him the ball. He will make that shot.
Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is. Huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. And it's Smith in at the small forward. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Clippers.
They've made the commitment to get out and run, and it's paid off with some highlight reel plays in transition.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Jay's checked in for Josh Smith. Waiters no luck.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Offense is what drives the Clippers, and they were fantastic at it last season. Easily one of the most exciting teams to watch with their high-flying and high-scoring act and number one in terms of efficiency.
Yeah, and it's not just a flash for the Clippers on offense. You talked about their efficiency on the offensive end. Led the league in points scored per 100 possessions at 109.8.
Clippers leading by 4. Paul outside. Griffin inside. Defended by Ibaka. That one wide left. The Thunder shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Screen by Ibaka. And Westbrook. Here we go. And Griffin sends it back. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. A different look for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams comes in for Cantor. And it's Roberson in for Waiters. And Durant gets double-teamed. Westbrook with a wide-open look. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And that's 11 points for Russell Westbrook.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
And that one's good.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
And Westbrook, here we go. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
It's stolen by Adams. Westbrook kicks to Roberson. Crawford against Westbrook. Here's Ibaka. And they will call over the back on the play.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there, too. So nothing subtle about that one.
Navarro, the pass to Griffin. That's good. And now a 6-point Clipper lead.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Durant attacking. The 9-footers on the mark. Durant's got 6.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Here's Navarro, defended by Durant. Crawford passes to Navarro. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Jay's got 4 this quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Westbrook against Paul. Outside for Durant. wide open. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got assist number 5 here tonight. To the middle. Here's Griffin. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
Crawford passes to Navarro. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Great job from behind the arc this quarter. I mean, shooting just under 60% for the game. I mean, that's smoking.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Ball's running, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan as he addressed his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Kevin Durant. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. To the paint. And Griffin sends it back. But they get it back. Ibaka dishes to Westbrook. Durant in the corner. 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. Again, Durant missing.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Thunder trailing by 7. The wide open look here for Ibaka. That 3 off the mark.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Ball outside. Picked by Griffin. Ball kicks to Crawford. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. Number 1, the Thunder.
They had such a strong presence in the paint. Just a physical team. They dominated the interior in terms of rebounding.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. Picked by Griffin. Puts up the baby hook. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got his 4th rebound in this one. Feeds it to Augustine. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin.
And let's see the stat sheet here on DeAndre Jordan. Last season, he played outstanding. 1st in rebounding, 1st in shooting percentage, and one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
And, you know, getting back to the fact that he led the league in rebounding, you know how hard that is to do? That's a great asset for a team as well.
Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
Nice shot by Singler.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shot's now starting to fall.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans had really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
Ball against Augustine. He kicks it to Robertson. Passes it to Adams. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And the Western playoffs just, it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be. And the Clippers not known for being an outside shooting team, but they take a large amount of deep mid-range twos as well as their fair share of threes.
Cantor checked in for the Thunder. Dion Waiters comes in for Andre Robertson.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Griffin can't get it to go in.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part, Greg. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
Picked by Griffin. Kicks it out to Crawford. Augustine against Paul. Outside Jordan. 54 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Count the bucket.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
For the Clippers, you think of Lob City and it's all dunks. But the reality is, Clark, as Greg was just talking about, that just isn't the case.
It really isn't. I mean, they also led the league in pull-up shots attempted by a wide margin, about 24 pull-up Jays a game.
And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and it ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. For the Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And Clark, you know, they went 25 and 27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff teams. With the talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West.
Here's Waiters. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Here in the second quarter, they've made all of their shots from the foul line. And that's a must-do when you're down.
The Thunder have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Clippers leading by 7. And the wide-open shot from Paul. The three-pointer is right on target. Paul's got 8 points here in this quarter.
That's the second long-range bomb in the quarter after a slow first period. He is on a roll.
Augustine against Paul. And Augustine kicks to Cantor. The runner. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Cantor's got 10.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Augustine. No good. And that concludes the first half. Clippers lead by 10.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Russell Westbrook. And Russell, how confident